Hey there, dear kitty. Awesome. Glad you're enjoying Old Family Farm. It's a good one. All right, how much you want to bet? I did not set up the stream system. Hey, I didn't. All right, dare icon, DOS icon goes away. And should now capture. Maybe. There we go. All right. Now I need to turn the actual game audio on. That's helpful too. All right. Hooray, we have so much to do today. I'm going to light that thing on fire. Okay, let's go. I think my combine is quicker. Accessed this way. There it is. Nope. All right. We're harvesting for the locals. Because it makes us a little bit of cheddar. Not a lot, mind you, but enough. Enough. So we'll make a little bit of money doing this. Oh, it's... Oh, I thought old... Oh, I confused Old Family Farm and Old Stream Farm there, Dare Kitty. I have not played Old Family Farm. I might, but... I don't know. I got a lot of maps left, and we still haven't even gotten out of this map. It'll be a while before we're out of this map, too. At the rate I'm going. This is La Petite France, still. We haven't made it out of here. Our requirements to get out of here are to have sown and harvested with our own equipment one of each crop. We have not gotten anywhere near that. Well, actually, we are. We've basically we've got the really difficult special crops left. So potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane. That's what we got left. But the equipment is so expensive for that, and we owe $200,000. Didn't remember that, but apparently at some point I took out a 200 grand loan. So, oh, and cotton. Yes, we need to harvest cotton too. So we got a little ways before this map will be done. But it's not terrible. I like this map. There's a few things that annoy me about it, but overall, it's a good map. Oh, the wonderful I sneezed right before stream feeling when your nose is like, haha, you sneezed. I'm going to make your life miserable. Thanks, nose. So right now we're just helping out our neighbors because we really don't have anything else on the farm itself just yet. We will very shortly. Well, actually, after this, if there isn't more, I don't need that. Thank you. Das is trying to give me things. What was I going to say? Oh, if there aren't more jobs to be taken, what we'll end up doing is working in forestry because the wonderful things it does. Something like that. Hey, does anyone know? Could I bale the straw on this field? I don't own this field. I'm just supposed to harvest it. But could I bale the straw? I don't think I can. I think that's verboten. Actually, why do I want to bale the straw? I don't want to bale the straw because I have no place to sell the straw. So that would be stupid. I have a pile of straw next to the horses because they're the only ones who need it. Well, them and the cows. Oh, I got plans, dear kitty. Don't worry about that. I am thinking I'm going to, there's some jobs where I'd have to rent the equipment. I think I'm going to probably do those. You think that'll work? Cool, Derek. Well, we'll find out. We'll give it a go because, you know, it doesn't hurt to try. I mean, the mission won't end until I deliver the harvest anyway, so we're going to give it a try. Don't know what I'm going to do with it once I have it, but meh. Because I have a full straw loading wagon. I have a full loading wagon of straw because I can't sell straw on this map for reasons of meh. Aaron, hello. Battery, hello. Old school combine today. Well, it's the only combine I own on this farm. It's better than the combine I had before this one, which was a toe behind. That one was rubbish. Not so much rubbish. It just took forever to harvest. I think it had a 4-foot bar on it. Said at the same time in 2 streams for the reason of raisins for reasons of Mlurg. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe I should check my mods. I wonder if I might not have something that I could do with the straw. Because if I have something I could do with the straw, then it might be worth it. Though the AI never fertilizes or limes or plows their fields. So yeah, not a lot of straw in these fields. All right. Get this done. Slurp. All right. Pipe. The one downside to the multi-mission mod is if you harvest multiple of the same crop, that mod gets very confused about which sale to build to which field. It's I'm partially done with this mission, even though I'm not. I just started it because I did another field of barley, and the game billed that sale to this field. It's like, well. But that's fine. Okay, now, nope. Let's just get out and run over there. Do I have... Derek, I'm not planning on it. The way the new mod hub works... Well, there's a few reasons. One, the way the new mod hub works, it makes it really hard to deal with. In theory, Giants is checking those mods. They're doing a terrible job, mind you, but those mod spotlights were really good when before the mod hub. Dadgummit, not that. Before the mod hub, it was really good because you had to know where to go to find them. Now everyone just uses the mod hub. And secondarily, they took me forever to do. Each one of those mod spotlights you saw probably took me 3 times the length of the mod spotlight to do. Boosa, what's up? How was, God, what was the name of the game you were playing? I don't know. Oh, thank you, Daz. Jedi Fallen Order. Yes, how was Jedi Fallen Order? Oh, you love it. That says a lot. You're not a easy game love maker. It's not easy for games to make you love them. It doesn't matter how I phrase that. It sounds wrong. Sassy gal triggering the monkeys. I'm not. I'm a rough game love maker. Yes. Yes, you are. Are you just playing Jedi Fallen Order through, or are you gonna intersperse other games? Is it this is the only game I'm playing for the next, what is that, a 40-hour game? Can't be a 40-hour game. Well, you're playing it on like super hard difficulty, so it'll be a 40-hour game. Read an article on farming. Before hybrid corn. Corn is expensive to grow. Yeah, that makes sense there, kitty. Corn is one of the crops that is designed, that has evolved, that it requires human beings. It would not really survive well in the wild, corn. Oh, wow, already. Huh. It's not a very long game at all then. If you all haven't checked out Busa, you should. Playing Jedi Fallen Order, but he plays all kinds of games. He even plays some terrible games that I suggest. Though I guess I haven't suggested any bad ones yet. Kung Fu Panda and Kung Fu Panda and Electronic Super Joy are the ones that I've suggested. It was more stable, but corn, because of the way the tassels grow, it actually requires human intervention. Like, it can't survive without humans. Yeah, see, Busa, everybody's afraid when I suggest games, but I actually suggest decent games sometimes. Ethanol, because we're pouring our food into the gas tank. Yeah. Well, we're also feeding our animals nothing but corn, which is weird and unnatural. Hopefully everybody's having a good weekend, even though it was Saturday. Sunday. Wait a minute. Sunday. I don't know what day it is. Why would I know the day of the week? Yeah, a lot of corn goes to animal feed. It's ridiculous. That's why I'm not huge on meats. Like, I'm not a big meat eater. And it's basically because I can't stand the idea of all of our food going to our food. It seems weird. Just eat the first layer food. Where am I going? Oops, the wrong direction is where I'm going. I need to go to field 45. Corn's ancient form is a wild Mexican grass called Teosinte. Yes. Yeah, I knew it came from Mexico and it was a wild grass, and that it has definitely evolved into what it is. Yeah, manufacture of animals is completely off-putting. I think I've said it before, but like my preferred is like bison, because you can't manufacture bison. I can't be a vegetarian. That just isn't going to work. I refuse. Start it. My stepfather is vegan, and I'm just like, bleh. Can't do it. Yeah, if I could, I like a good protein replacement. What gets me, I think, more than anything, are the people who are like, I'm a vegetarian tonight. I'm having tofurkey. It's just tofu, designed to taste like turkey. Just eat the turkey. Also, turkeys are totally edible because they're stupid. No, we didn't evolve to be vegetarians, but we also didn't evolve to be carnivores. We are omnivores. We eat whatever is available. Otherwise, we would have been dead a long time ago. I don't think we would have made it out of the Stone Age. I think Michael Pollan, whatever, said it best in one of his books. Eat food, mainly plants, and not too much. I'm like, yep, truth. Don't eat processed cheese products or silly stuff like that. Cheese-like products like Velveeta. Velveeta. Yes. If you can't pronounce ingredients and something you shouldn't eat out, that's not a great metric, Aaron. It's a good rule of thumb, right? But some companies have been putting things there's certain things they put into the foods, right? And when you search it up, it's got a common name that we're not necessarily always familiar with. I mean, the simplest is like calcium chloride. Well, that's just salt. No, it's not. Sodium chloride. DARP. Calcium chloride is another salt, but sodium chloride. They'll put sodium chloride on there, and then people are like, "Oh my gosh, it's something I don't understand." It's just salt. But it's a good general rule of thumb, right? If you don't understand it, if you can't pronounce it, question it and search it up, and you might be surprised. And then there's always the fads of don't eat, insert your ingredient here, or it'll kill you, or whatever. Then you search it up and you find out, oh, that's natural. There's somebody, some doctor, and I put that in quotes because they sound like a quack. That's like, oh, nightshade plants are bad. Don't eat nightshades. Well, everyone's like, oh my gosh, nightshades, they're poisonous. Yeah, that's a potato. So, yeah, don't eat green potatoes, but they wrote a whole book that basically was like, don't eat potatoes. Yeah. Exactly. Don't eat potatoes or tomatoes because, oh my gosh, they'll make your body inflamed. And of course, their stupid book became a bestseller. Because science is not taught in America anymore. We don't believe in science. I don't know whether it's nitrites or nitrates that are in celery, Das. But you know, a great way to eat better, right, is to make as much of your food yourself with the most basic ingredients you can. Like Das makes our bread with wheat that's ground locally. Like that. Now all of the conditioners and stuff they use in bread is gone, right? And, you know, that's just like one example. All right. All right, let's get to our, there he is. That's why we have people think plastic isn't fast food when it is one chemical used to make. Yes. Well, you know, science. It sounds scary, right, Busa? Oh my goodness, if you eat this thing from a company whose name is synonymous with transportation networks in New York City, you're eating yoga mats or something. Yeah, it's stupid, but it's expecting people to know too much, I guess. All right, let's dump that. Dihydrogen monoxide scare, yes. You can't forget about that dihydrogen monoxide. We have got to regulate it. I think Battery brought it up as well. We have got to regulate dihydrogen monoxide, guys. Super important. Make sure you call your congressman and tell them to regulate dihydrogen monoxide. Don't, please. Please don't do that. Get rid of those ones. And I got one more to do. 100% of the people who have had it will die. It's true. Screw it. We're going this way. I had a printout somewhere, and I don't remember where it went, of like, and it was a joke printout about dihydrogen monoxide. And it was hilarious talking about all the ways it you know, causes problems. It destroys the environment, guys. It destroys the environment. There's still the website. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, it destroys the environment. I can't remember all the things, but it's hilarious. And then people read it and they're like, oh. And these are the same people. Yes, it can kill you if you breathe it. It's true. Thank you, Das. See, Das is probably at the website right now, enjoying it. But people will be like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Fish pee in it. I can think of all kinds of things to say about dihydrogen monoxide. And also all the people that would read something like that and not realize it's a joke because, you know, they didn't listen during science class, or more likely they can't be bothered to learn science. Science is hard. I don't need no science. I can listen to the space fairies. Okay, that gets us that contract done. Okay. All right, I'm going to park this truck here for now, because I think I'm going to need it again. Oops. And I'm just going to say it because I want to make sure everyone is totally on board with this. Like dihydrogen monoxide, it's water, people. It's water. All right, so we have completed a bunch of contracts and got us some money. We're gonna. Oh my god, I can't drive like that. We're gonna get this. Back to. Oh, there was frogs, and I was like, "There's a buzzing noise in my right ear." No, it was frogs in the water pond that we went, or water feature we went over. We'll call it a water feature. And then once we get back to, actually, can I? Seriously, cruise control doesn't. Cruise control does not work on this tractor. Ah, Lord. So we're gonna park up our harvester for now. And then I'm going to show you guys what else I've done, because I've done. I'm going to crash is what I'm going to do. I've done some things since last Sunday, because I got bored. I got crashed into a tree again. I got bored, so I figured I'd do some work. So let me park this harvester up. Okay, so what I did after a stream last week, I had talked about doing it, but I went ahead and did it. I extended this field 12, a good ways into this open space I had. I didn't want to keep going because I think I want to put some more greenhouses in, but I'm not 100% sure. So I wanted some space for additional expansion. But I went ahead and pulled this field this direction. So, well, the field is much bigger. We're going to get more yield on that, which you know is important. That's really all I did, I think. All right, let's look at these contracts. So. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to accept all the fertilizing contracts. Got to be careful with the harvesting. I have to rent all that stuff. We're going to accept the sowing contracts. Oh, crap. Okay, good. That was canola. Got to be careful with those ones, too. Cotton. And that contract there. Yes. Perfect. Okay, so now... Oh, the other thing I did is I bought... Hold on. Hold on. This. For a very specific reason, which we'll get to eventually. There we go. Now, which fields need to be fertilized? 7, 17, and 28. 7, 17, and 28. Okay. So I figured this was a fast way to make money. We've already got the equipment to do it. And where's 7? Over here. We already got the equipment to do it, and it's just, you know. Lord, I can't see jack if I do it that way. Hello, Serenar. We're going to do flybys while it was going. How you doing, Serenar? The new graduate. So we're going to keep kind of just doing these little side jobs until I think this set of side jobs will be our last for the day. Then we'll have our farmer sleep and see. Should be crop growing time then, I think. Back to work tomorrow. Aw. That's no fun. Wait, I gotta go back to work too. Dope. Do you get a graduation ceremony, Serenar, or are you just gonna skip it? You get to wear like a cap and a gown and a, I don't know, updo or something. I don't know what people do for those things. I skipped my master's graduation ceremony. Mainly because I had a job and was working in San Francisco at the time. Technically, I was training in San Francisco, but whatever. Wasn't the point. Ceremony in December? Why that long? Why that far away? Wouldn't they? Well, you know. Oh, I guess you kind of graduated in an off cycle, so that kind of makes sense. Vam, hello. Mr. Dieselfest. Have I completed this contract yet, game? Yay, I did. Good. Fold that. Get our money. Next up, 17 or 28. We are being good neighbors. Like a good neighbor, State Farm isn't there. Wait, no, that's not right. Whatever. We're being good neighbors, and we're taking care of other people's fields for them because they're lazy, silly sods. While we wait for our fields to grow. Monkeys! Taylor Gaming, thank you for triggering the monkeys. Welcome in. Oh, there's the road that accesses here. I didn't have to drive across my land. That's fine. I can imagine that driving one of these would be difficult. With the long wings. Like an airplane, only not. You want me to do the potato sewing job? I want to do everything I can do without renting equipment first. Yeah, Kurt, I decided I'd start an hour early because I had taken a bunch of jobs. And I want to get the luzerne grown, so... Some people misjudge the size of their tiny car, so yeah, most people would struggle with the sprayer. Yeah. I love freaking people out because I'm very comfortable with the size of my cars, especially after having that truck. And so I'm like, I got no problem. And I'll go into really tight spots and people freak out like I'm going to hit their car or something. And I'm like, nah, I'm fine. Will the harvest be on screen? That's the hope, dear kitty. The hire car you had the other day was a Toyota Aygo. It had parking sensors. Yeah. Well, DOS's electric car has parking sensors, but that's because I think in the US at least, there's a federal mandate about parking sensors and stuff like that. So they have to legally do this parking sensor malarkey. Where's the end of the... There it is. Oh, field contract finished. I do not do any extra on any contracts. Field 28 is our next stop. Which part is unacceptable, Kurt? There's so many things that could be unacceptable. All right, let's go straight. We're going to cut across this guy's field because we don't care. Could be a gal's field. Could be a dog's field. Dog could own that field, for all I know. First, you need to unfold it. That's what I was asking you to do, game. Parking sensors. Yes, parking sensors are unacceptable. What gets me is now they have the reversing and parking sensors and everything on pickup trucks and like the reverse cameras and everything. And I'm like, really? If you don't know how big your pickup truck is and you don't know how to look behind you in a pickup truck, just please trade it in for a bicycle. I really don't like all these parking assists because you know what it's doing, right? It's just jacking up insurance rates for everybody. Because the cost to insure these cars has gone through the roof. Because you bump somebody and like a $9,000 part gets broken. Oh, okay. Well, Vam, since you live in a country full of small cars, I don't understand why you guys need parking sensors. You guys must be terrible with your parking. That's all I got to say. You all must be terrible at parking. It makes it easier to hook up to trailers. See, my fear there, Kurt, is, well, what it does there, Kurt, is it enables people who should not be towing trailers to hook up and tow trailers. And that's scary. Yay, the contract completed. Even better. Done. All right, so I got to sow and cultivate. Fold. Thank you for the hydrate, Vam. Some dihydrogen monoxide. Say what you will about your crappy old Focus, no shortage of parts. That's true. And you know what? The older Ford Focuses, right? Like, overall, the parts are not that expensive. That's one thing about those Ford cars, right? A lens on a turn signal on the mirror of the Volkswagen Rabbit got damaged. Can I buy the lens from Volkswagen? No. I have to buy the entire mirror assembly for some stupid amount of money. I was like, well, it'll just stay broken. Then when I had the truck, like, oh, the front headlights are getting all foggy and stuff. And I was like, oh no, the headlights are getting foggy on my Ford F-350. And I can buy 2 brand new headlight assemblies for $40. Wait, I think I'll buy a cultivator. Ha ha! Come here, cultivator. You go to a scrappy and take it off a similar one. Yeah. Except for the color, well, from the looks of it, there's no way it's like glued into the assembly. Where am I going? Field 2. Oh no, a 10-bit pun penalty. What do you call a Swede that doesn't like modern music? Born in the wrong generation. Oh. Oh, that was so terrible. Funny, but terrible. Your old car can fit on the bed of an F-150. Nice. Then I could have fit your car and several other things on the bed of my 350. Especially once I got that flatbed on there. Is this field 2? This is field 2. Looks like someone forgot to harvest. This is the one they want me to cultivate, right? I read that correctly. Yeah, cultivate field 2. We're on field 2. Yeah, all right, fine. Unfold. And lower. No, I had a single rear wheel, Kurt. Once I put the flatbed on it, because of the weight of the flatbed, I did not have nearly enough room under my gross vehicle weight rating for much. But, meh. Grow sorghum. No, thank you. We've already done it. If I ever needed to get another large pickup, I would definitely be picking up a dually though, because they're so much more useful for heavy haul. I did see a guy that was hot shotting with a Summit hauler, which I was like, that is like the perfect hot shot vehicle. And for those in Europe who aren't familiar with what hot shotting is, it's using your vehicle and trailer to do deliveries. So you get a job like the guy I saw. He was hot shotting gypsum to a drywall production plant. So he had a 35-foot gooseneck on the back of his Summit hauler. And it's something you can do kind of like a side gig. It's almost like Uber for transport. So you'll get hired by a company that like An example I've seen, yeah, an Uber for materials, or like I know someone in Texas. They do a lot of hotshot jobs for FedEx, because FedEx, they don't have the trucks that can go to some of the oil fields or some of the ranches because of the road conditions. So they hire hotshots that are running like 4x4 dually rigs with 30, 40-foot trailers. And those guys do the delivery for FedEx. Because FedEx, the only way they go in there is with one of their regular, Kenworth or Peterbilts. And you don't want to take one of those down a country lane. You might never get it back. But flatbeds are really popular for hotshots because sometimes you get a job, you don't even need the trailer. It's just a small delivery, but it's a rough road delivery. And then you just get it forklifted onto the flatbed and run your delivery running on the flatbed. All right, we're just going to go right up here because I don't care enough. I guess the whole concept is just a completely foreign one to Europe, right? Yeah, you can hire farmers can hire them to run. I mean, it doesn't always pay a lot, but I think I've heard there's even an app for that, because of course there is. The other thing people can do with those trucks, my truck was too old technically to do it, but whatever, is RV delivery, where you pick up somebody's RV and you deliver it to the destination. And you can't access the RV at all. So you have to have your own sleeping accommodations, which if you're running something like a summit hauler is no big deal because it's actually got a pretty big cab. But that's something I thought about as well. Like, oh, I could pick up a summit hauler and I could haul RVs. And when you have a really nice rig, you get like the premium deliveries, like something like a Van Lee Beacon, which is like a $180,000 fifth wheel trailer, is what a thing, Vam. RV deliveries? Definitely. From manufacturer to sales site, from sales site to the final customer. Sometimes people even hire RV transit because their RV is sitting at an RV park in Arizona and they want to go to Florida next and they're too lazy to take it themselves. When do you start? You got to go buy a truck first, Vam. You don't get a truck from the company. You have to have the truck first. So first things first, you need yourself a big truck. I mean, there's a place right near me, Vam. You can pick up a Summit hauler, a used Summit hauler, really nice condition. It's like 90,000 US. Thought about getting a teeny tiny camper pod to tow behind the car. Yeah. Yeah, they're pricey. They're cheaper than an F450 pickup truck, though. Those things are stupid expensive. Yeah, I've seen cars hauling those little pod trailers. They're cute, but I wouldn't want to be in one. Of course, this is America, right? We need more space than, I mean, for Europe, that's perfect, I guess. Yes, I did say 90,000 US dollars. You probably don't want to convert that to Danish kroner. You might have a heart attack. One of our neighbors actually built one of those little kind of pod trailers. Collect that one. Where am I going? Field one. Yeah, yeah. It's expensive. All right, I need to change my seed to canola. Go. We're just going to go straight across. Woof. Turn on and lower. Okay. Off and lift. You paid 17 for your Ford car. Ugh, that's still a lot of money. I'd even pay that much for a brand new Volkswagen Golf. On and lower. You are a cheapskate, Serenar, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being a cheapskate. All right, I really don't like the way these fields are set up on this map. If I buy fields 6, 7, 1, and 2, they're all going to get pulled together into one. Because this 3 fields thing just doesn't make any sense to me. Or 4 fields thing. Because there's not really enough turnaround at the end of the field without driving into the next field. It's really strange. Okay. But we're making slivers of money, little bits of money while we do this for other people thing. I know it's called Headland, but I still think it's stupid. If I was a farmer, I'd be like, doesn't want to convert a $500,000 combine harvester to Danish kroner? Probably not. Did you just pick up a $500,000 harvester there, Kurt? Is that your newest acquisition? All right, let's go cut. Let's put this in right here. Why? I don't know. I just feel like it. I mean, all farm equipment is pretty expensive. Oh, that just popped into your head as an example. I see. Like nowadays, even a used tractor is ridiculous. Especially the well, I enjoy that the older tractors are getting more expensive because they don't have all the computers that you have to deal with. Good things and bad things for paying so much taxes in Denmark. Yes. That's the important thing to look at it in perspective. You can't get anything. Yeah, I know, right? Like everything is delayed because of the chip shortage, which I don't know. I mean, it sort of tells me just maybe we should stop making everything with more computer chips. There should be a limit. No more computer chips. Yeah, but people still don't want to pay for stuff, Kurt. I tell you what, I don't think Americans understand how to haggle. Trying to sell stuff on Craigslist and I list it for a price and then someone comes back and they offer me half that price. So I split the difference and they'll never reply back. They're just like done. And I'm like, all right, you don't know how to haggle. Cool. No joke. I even have people trying to like, I offered, I have like years of Scientific American and Mother Earth News. And I put it on the free on Craigslist. And someone's like, well, I really only want this. And I'm like, you're going to get all of it or you're going to get none of it. It's free. Quit asking questions. Just tell me you want it and where I can meet you to dump it in your vehicle. Just, ugh. I have severe problems with with Craigslist. Or my favorite is when they're like, yes, I want it. I'll pay for it. And I'm like, cool. When and where do you want to meet? And then they never respond. I'm just like, whatever, people. Whatever. Okay, I think we should be just done with helping our neighbors for now. Yeah, Craigslist is horrible. eBay is no better. Like I can't get stuff to even sell on eBay. Yeah, I don't know what selling platforms are left out there that are. um, I don't know what selling platforms people even use that are any better. Because I'm not doing Facebook Messenger because I'd have to actually have a Facebook account. All right, dump that. We got one more thing we're going to do. Instead of helping our neighbors, because they're starting to annoy me, as neighbors usually do, we are going to... you've had positive on Facebook? Well, that's good, I guess. All right, time to run the Manitou. Vam's favorite piece of equipment. Well, Serenar, I would um Serenar, if you want, you can totally sell stuff for me on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, it's gonna be kind of weird, but I don't have a Facebook account, so it makes it kind of hard. No. Here we go. Not going to use the Dare Timbers. I keep forgetting I even have that thing. You're going to buy an old Sega Mega Drive and GameCube. Oh my goodness, Serenar. Yeah, I keep forgetting that I have a Dare Timbers Facebook. And no, I'm not going to use that. Boink. All right, so I'm going to be able to fit 2, 4. Be able to fit 8 on there. Not great, but we can do it. We got to show off our elite Manitou handling skills. I know Wolfman hates this thing. Vam hates this thing. I don't think it's such a terrible vehicle, really. Stack them 3 high. I'm thinking I might, but... No, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Because I won't need to stack them all 3 high. What I'll do is I'll do a center, like, split over 2 of them. Don't uh-oh. I'm very good with this thing. I've learned. The only thing we have to be cognizant of is the horrible farm sim physics. Look at that stack job right there. Look at that. See? Bales in Space, episode 356. Come on now. Hey. None of that. Synchronic, hello, how are you? Welcome in. I mean, a few moments later. I've got this thing stacking, it's going good. I don't know what you guys are on about. God, I can get out and see where I'm going, because... Uh-huh. Look at this. Y'all making fun of my bale handling skills. You see these people, Synchronic? You see them? They're all making fun of my bale handling skills. But I'm stacking these bales nice up on this truck. I don't know what they're on about. Bunch of hyenas. Am I excited for Farm Sim 22? Honestly, I'm indifferent. I reserve all judgment until the game actually comes out and we get some actual looks at it. And we see how buggy it really is. Because I figure we're gonna deal with bugs for a while, like every other new release. Heck, I just dealt with the bugs on a new release of my software. All right, get you on there. On. All right. All right. Are you gonna... There. Look at this. Beauty mouse. Beauty mouse. Oh gosh. Insect puns really bug me. Boo. You haven't looked through any of the trailers? You want to be surprised? All right, I'm going to push this a little bit deeper on the truck. There we go. Beauty mouse, guys. Look at that. Y'all didn't think I could stack so purty. Now it's time for my pièce de résistance, which we'll have to do from outside because, oops, well, not like that, I won't. All right. Now, this is what my plan was. I got the reach, and I can position it, and that's in my way. Thank you. There. See? Center lined. Look at that. Professional grade right there. I am a GMC truck. Wait, GMC? Chevy. Somebody's professional grade. I don't know who it is. Either way, they lie. I think it's GMC. Got it. Okay. Chevy? Okay. I didn't know who it was. There. Look at that. That is well done right there. All right. We need to take the Manitou over. No, that's not the button. GMC or Chevy are literally the same thing. That is true. All right, now I need this back. Nope. There. Yeah. Now the only thing I really need is a trailer to get this Manitou over in one load, but I don't know where my low loader trailer went to. Do I want to do that? Yeah, why not? I think the low loader trailer is over here. So the goal is going to be to get this stuff over to the processing facility, get it processed. Low loader is over here. Let's grab the low loader and let's see how much we can overload it again. Really good at that. Okay. We'll go overload our low loader trailer because that's what we're good at. We know how to overload. Shocks are optional devices in our world. What am I doing? I don't even know. Once a trailer starts to screw up, it just lost cause right there. All right, perfect spot. Unfold the low loader. Nope. There we go. Okay. This will be fine. No big deal here. All right. That is so messed up. All right, let's do it. As only we can around here. There we go. Raise the forks. All right, now I need to raise that. Perfect. Fold the low loader. Beautimous. Now lower. Look at this, guys. Well, not like that. You ain't gonna see it. Look at that. Perfect. Look at that. Got ourselves our crane truck loaded up. And something feels wrong about this. Almost like something isn't quite right there, but whatever. We're just going to ignore it and we're going to go with it because that's how we roll up in here. All right, everyone ready? Let's back up a little bit. All right, here we go. Seems okay so far. I think we're good. Whoa. Stop it. Whatever you did, just stop it. What is doing that? It's happened repeatedly on this trailer. I think that front wheel piece right there did it again. I think that front wheel piece right there actually is impacting the ground because the mod isn't coated properly. Shocker there. This is going to be a long drive. I can make 18, 19, 20 clicks. Oh God, I can't see anything. Okay, now it shouldn't be able to hop forward any farther because I think at this point the forks are connected. Stop it. What is happening? There. You did say to stop it. Yeah, thanks. Okay, I understand now what's going wrong. It's this trailer. It's totally this trailer. What is happening to my rear axle? Stop it. Go, truck. You know, the whole reason we did this was so that this would be a quicker drive. All right, let's see. Can we use speed? Speed. We don't have any of that. All right, go, 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 go. Yeah. That's exactly what it's doing. It's dragging that in the ground. All right, I'm really beginning to hate this low loader. All right, we're going to try this way. Farm sim things, exactly. Everyone get out and push. That is not... Quick does not exist in this game stream. Hi. All right, that's it. Abandon ship. All right, that low loader is gone. I'll have to get another piece of equipment to transport equipment because that low loader does, or that trailer does not work with these trucks. And these trucks are the trucks I want to continue using because I like them. I just had a moment, guys, where I just went, this whole taking the Manitou with us was stupid. Do you want to know why? I just had that realization. Does anybody know why I just realized the whole thing was thanks, Serenar. Thanks for the clip. Why this whole take the Manitou with us was a stupid decision to begin with? Well, I can't tip it. But, why? Why? Well, first I have to unfasten my belts. And then I can unfold my crane, which is attached to my truck. I didn't need the Manitou because I have a crane. So yeah, there's that. Yeah. A very good crane, by the way. So yeah, that was just the usual what do we call it? Minor mistake that occurs here more often than I care to admit. Nope, other direction. You noticed that but didn't want a metagame. I felt like it made sense for loading it not to use the crane. But, yeah. Yeah. And then it's just that. To fold the crane. And just like that, we transported all those bales. Hey, Wolfman. Glad you came in just as I completed an underpful event. There was no derping, no silliness. Nothing untoward happened. Everything was normal. What is that second emote there, Kurt? Is that a hamster in a hat? Is that a hamster wearing a hat? Shh, Serenar, don't tell him. All right, let's ignore the Manitou for now. Lies, Neural doesn't exist. Oh, you've been sleeping off your jab side effects. Yeah. We're going to run over here and get some fuel. That was the wrong button. That was not. There we go. And so I have a brand new idea for how we're going to handle silaging on this farm. Because we were using that bale wrapper like Wolf has, and it bores me. So we have to do other things. It's a crying person? Oh, okay. It looks like a hamster, but okay. All right, we'll put our crane truck next to our stake truck. There it is. The only proper way to dismount a Manitou. Whee! Oh, aha. There we go. Steaks, yes, indeed. Well, hopefully you're feeling better, Wolf. I know the second jab for me kicked my butt, but he Ulfman. Mr. W. Ulfman? What? Oh, what are we doing? We're going here to the garage. We're going to find that stupid low loader trailer and kill it with fire. Where is it? There you are. Ooh, I get 6,000. Sell it. Goodbye. Yay. Okay. Now, what time is it? 6 o'clock in game. Okay, so now we should, can we sleep yet? I'm not tired. Oh, that's right. You're not tired until 1900, I think. All right, let's speed up time. Because we should end up with a good hefty dose of money after this. They should have an option to let you just like skip because you want to go to bed. What time is it? 1700? No. Dang it, what time is it? 1900. Need to do my math. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I want 11 hours? 12 hours. 11 hours. Because that gets us up at 6 a.m. That gets up at 7 a.m. We're going to do it 12 hours. We're going out to the brew pub. We're going to have some nice quality brews. Look at that money. 108 grand in the biogas plant. Yeah. Oh, we got money. We got money. We got chickens pooping and whatever all over the place. And magically the brush cleaned it up but didn't make a noise, which... whatever. Let's check the chickens. First things first, check the chickens. Chickens are good. Check the sheep. Sheep are dirty. Sheep are always dirty. Okay, the cows are also dirty, but I don't care enough. And the horses are good. Okay, let's get here. Let's go clean up after the sheep. I don't understand why I need to clean up after the sheep, by the way. Their thing is in grass, so if they dribble grass on the ground, what do they care? Just saying. Just saying. Whee! All right. Let's go ahead and start this guy up. So I picked up this truck because I decided I do not like baling and wrapping all that grass anymore. So we're going to use this truck. Why is the steering wheel on the wrong side? Who puts their steering wheel on this side of the vehicle? What kind of crazy group of people would put their steering wheel on the wrong side of the vehicle? Anyway, I always wonder why they have to be fed grass when they live in a grass field. Indeed. Nope, steering wheel's incorrect. British people. I know, what's wrong with them? Ugh. I mean, they tried to conquer the world and build a giant empire, and everybody rebelled by saying, screw you and your steering wheels. Except for the Australians, but they're convicts, so what do they matter? All right, how is our field doing? Is our field is almost ready to harvest, I feel. I actually don't know. I don't know what color it's supposed to be when it's ready to harvest. Oh, that sounds cool. I do like the engine that this thing has. Kind of good. It's a Fiat, I think. All right, let's back the trailer in here first. I do like flat-nosed trucks, though, because it makes that whole reversing it in tight corners so much easier. I was like, I gotta walk around the vehicle. No, I don't, because it's on the wrong side. Repair that thing. Repair that thing. Woohoo! I was like, are we ever going to close our door? No. All right. There we go. So that is going to be our new truck for hauling all of the grass that's produced off the Luzerne over to the biogas facility. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a front loader and in the biogas facility, front load it out of the bunker into the processor, because I feel like that's going to be quicker, because I can get a wheel loader with this one right here has a 5,000 liter capacity. Our processor has a 50,000 liter capacity, so it's like, 10 fork loads of that. And then what I can do is later on I can look whether I want to get something bigger, though this is Petite France, so it probably won't fit. All right, let's find out what our land is doing. It is growing. It is harvested. It is growing. So it is not harvestable yet. Cool. But it's almost there. And this is going to get us a huge amount of grass. This here trefoil, which is exactly what we want. We want huge amounts of grass. Oh, let's check our whatever these are. Greenhouses. That is the word. 64%. That is fine. We can probably go another day before I need to refill those. All right, let's not that, this. Let's see here. What are we going to do here? We could... Oh my goodness, look at all these fertilizing jobs. We could fertilize the field. And oh my goodness, look at cultivating jobs. Oh my goodness, we could take all these jobs and make some money. Ugh. Okay, we are going to... Well, what do we got to do? Let's think this through. We've checked our animals. The animals are good. The crop is on the... Is that on the last? Yes, it's on the last harvest of Madoodle. go with that. That should be fine. Now we're going to, I need to look at replacing my low loader. No, not that. I don't really have a good one. This one requires a goose, and I don't have a goose. I can always get the platform, but I'd have to buy the truck for the platform, which is not that. This, so... Okay. All right, cool. Now, what we will do, I think, let's go ahead and take these fertilizings. And once we're done with the fertilizing, if our fields have not flipped to harvestable, we will speed up time to get them to be harvestable. So let's accept all these fertilizing contracts. Go. Hop into our, where's baby blue? Purple. Baby purple. Whatever. All right. This will be nice, quick run around the map, fertilize a bunch of fields. That sort of comes from a line in Ferdinand, which is a great movie, by the way, where something, and a goat says, "Oh my gosh, the guys are going to fertilize the field." And the funny part is they're all bulls, right? So that's what makes it funny. In my mind, it was a lot funnier, but it doesn't really matter. All right. Do 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 do. All right, let's get this guy's furry field fertilized. This coming week, guys, just so we're all on the same page, there will be a Monday stream, a Tuesday stream, and a Wednesday stream, but then there will not be anything until the following Tuesday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is not going to happen next week. That Ferdinand the Bull, the animated one, Serenar, which is the only one you should ever watch. It's the new Ferdinand the Bull movie from Disney. I don't think it's Disney. I don't remember. I like animated movies, so I watch a lot of them. No case. I am not. Das is going on a trip, but I am. I'm taking advantage of Das not being around to work on. I'm trying to finish my basement, and I basically have to empty the basement into our bedroom, and I need to get it all done before she comes back. So that's my goal. I probably won't meet that goal, but I want to at least get the minimums, right? Like framing and stuff so that I can put stuff back in the basement. I never grew up. Yes, that's true. I mean, growing up is so, like, people are like, grow up. And I'm like, why? Growing up sucks. You have taxes and work, and you can't take naps because you're tired because, grow up. So growing up is stupid. No one should grow up. You should stay a child forever. Forget the fact she needs a break from me. Hey. I mean, she probably does. I did grow up when I was a kid. I always said when I grow up, I'll be able to play video games all day and no one can stop me. I mean, you're not wrong. Though, strangely, when I was a kid, I wasn't really like that, never really crossed my mind, like video games all day. Oop, contract is finished. I am not giving him any more of my time than I absolutely have to. But I will take his money. Growing up is overrated. Yes, totally. When will the next farm stream be? Whatever the Sunday after next Sunday is. That's the hope, unless things change. I mean, the best place to follow all of these schedule changes is Discord. Because if something changes, I'll put it on Discord. Should be concerned she'll be caught up in shiny. She's always in shiny squirrel land. The best part is her headset isn't working, so she has no idea we're talking about her. All right, back her up. The shiny squirrels are her masters. Indeed. Indeed. I actually played some Minecraft last night. For the first time in a very, very long time. It was different. It's the first time I've been in the current... Oops. The current main release of Minecraft vanilla for a long time. And yeah. Hey Saranar, can you do me a favor and do something in... Never mind. I'm not going to be vague about it. I don't like advertising in my server. Saranar, kill it. If you don't mind. Das is a shiny squirrel. That is true. That is true. So she distracts herself. You have no idea. Like, it's totally a thing. Take that. Yeah, either you can delete it synchronic or Saranar can remove it for you. Just a word to the wise. Don't advertise in people's Discords unless you ask them first. It's not a do it and then ask forgiveness. It's be respectful and do it. Thank you. Unfold sprayer. There we go. I'm going to run out of... You watch, guys. I'm going to run out of fertilizer on the last spray, on the last line. You're going to rabble-rouse and try to rouse yourself? All right, Wolf. Take care. So we have 300,000. If I were to pay off my loan right now, holy overspray, Batman, we'd have $100,000. We'd be basically back where we started. Oh my goodness. What I caught Odas's Minecraft screen. She spent more time. What is this? Yeah, well, the new vanilla Minecraft is so different, right? I mean, I've been playing Minecraft since it was in alpha. And it's so hard. Every time I step into a vanilla, I'm like, why? What is this? Why is this here? This is a mod. No, it's not. It's now in the main thing. And it's just very difficult to keep up with. I managed to build a house and a tower and a dock. And that was about it. And then I was like, okay, that kind of scratched my builder's itch. I'll probably do more, but I'm doing it in creative, of course, because I never was like the one to enjoy the fighting in Minecraft. Like, I just want to build things. I want the big Lego set. I don't want I don't want the fighty thing. Minecraft managed to stay still updated with no subscription service. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, Busa? As long as Microsoft doesn't, change that, it really is a kind of like a thumbing of the nose to the whole subscription service requirement or microtransaction requirement to keep games current. Yeah, probably case. I'll probably do a Minecraft stream at some point. You got murdered pretty quick. Yeah, Aaron, all right. I like builders packs. I want to sit there and build things like the castle build that I did. Like, that place was insane and fun, and it was all just build it. I don't want to have to go mine for resources or fight off dragons or whatever. I'm like, I just want to build. Because this is not my field, I'm just going to draw a line down the middle and hope that finishes this contract. Probably won't, so probably. Oh, I definitely want to try out some packs that aren't builder focused, but I want to do it in I'm pretty sure there's a mod that makes all the mobs peaceful. Field finished. Woohoo! I'm pretty sure there's a mod that makes all the mobs peaceful, and that's what I want. I'm like, I don't really care about anything else. Where am I going next? Field 41. Oop. Oops, I closed my map now. I don't know where I'm going. That way. Okay. That just leads to field 40, so never mind. We're just going to drive over field 40 to get to field 41. That's fine. It's not making us much money, but it is killing time, which is kind of my goal anyway. Once this is done, we'll actually, I'm going to go ahead and move the clock speed up to 15 times. Do I have anything else up there? 46. Okay. The monkeys! The monkeys! Trevor, you triggered the monkeys. Welcome. Welcome in. Now that you're done with school, Serenar, is work going to take over your life so you can't play games again? Like, is that what you think is going to happen? Because that's what I hate. Like, you finish school and then you're like, now work is taking over my life and I still can't play games. You started and PC ended its own life. Yeah, that happens. Can I do a lemon greenhouse? I already have one. I going? This way. We're going straight across. Unfold the sprayer. Whoosh. Trying to catch up with life and strike. Yes. That's, you know, what really gets me is when companies are like, we like a work-life balance, and then they in the same email, they then say, we really need you to work more. Like, thanks. No. That does not compute. It's just a game IRL. Well, case. Some people like their job. I don't. I want to fire my boss. I want to fire the company I work for. Can I do that? Is that what you're allowed to do? Oh yeah, it's called quitting. Sadly, the United States is not a first world country, and we don't have socialized health care, so I have to have a job in order to have health care. It's called slavery in a new world condition. Yes, I know there's a great demand at the agri-cooperative, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Game. Yay, field is finished. All right, next is field 23. I don't think we're going to have enough fertilizer for this. Yes, you've stated you hate your job multiple times. Uh-huh. I know. I still do. I just realized something. Hold on. Let me see here. Switch back over. I bet you. Nope. I was thinking that my spray rate was set too high, but no, it wasn't. I'm doing the lowest spray rate I can do. If I had a choice, what would I do instead? If I could, I would totally teach history. And or English. I don't have a problem teaching English. I think I'd be a pretty darn good history teacher. Let's not drive in the water. Do you think I'm going to be able to get field? I think we're going to have to go back and refill the pack. I don't think we're going to have enough spray for this. Can we just teach critical thinking and research and let people teach themselves? Let's not. Let's not. I mean, I get your point, but let's not. Is this one not done yet? 98%. How is this not done yet? Did I like miss an entire section? 99%. Seriously? Seriously, game? Nope. Oh, great. Because of the needs plowing, I can't see the fertilization. Dadgummit. Now I have to use the old drone view to try to find where in the world Where in the world have I not sprayed? Fine, we'll just... I can turn the needs plowing off on the map? Can I? Oh. All right. Where have I missed over there? Okay, dude, seriously, am I not done with your stupid land yet? Yes. Jeez. Thank you, Case. I would have figured it out eventually. Good thing this water isn't real. No, there's also barely any water there. Where'd that come from? Oh, over there. Jeez. Am I going to do a sugar beets contract? No. Not until I own the equipment. I don't want to rent equipment, Dare Kitty, so we're limited to just what we own. Nope. Wrong button. We will eventually do sugar beets on our own property once we own the equipment. But we have to own the equipment first. And Busa, kind of your thing, like my idea of teaching, like teaching history, is not to teach it in an isolation. That's what I think is the biggest problem. They teach it in isolation, and then you can't really draw corollaries to other things. Like me, I'd teach history in a way that links it all together. Like there is a history that involves mathematics and science and English and sociology and all of that, instead of remember this date because it's important. Nobody cares. But if you're like, remember this date because on this date, I don't know. Actually, I'm not a big remember this date person. Remember this sequence because the sequence is what's important. The date's less so. Brew would do a 4,000 acre potato harvest. He would. That is true. It's why he's this crazy Scotsman. History fascinating? Yeah. I love history. Ancient history is fine. But I prefer it as it affects modern day, because often ancient history is in some way going to have a trickle down effect that would impact today in some way, shape, or form. Be it as simple as, Aristotle wrote something in ancient Greece, and what he wrote, we have one field left. What he wrote was used as the basis for something that happened in the Middle Ages that became the basis for something that we do today. That is, to me, the interesting part. Oh, rats. Field 4 is big. Not super big, but big enough to probably be a problem for my severely undersized spray tank. Basically, my whole thing is like, I like the idea of teaching wonder. Not beating people over the head with, remember these facts. It's more like, teach the wonder. But that's not a normal teaching style. If you don't learn from history, it'll repeat itself. It's true. I mean, some of the socioeconomic impacts that we experience today from COVID actually already have happened once before. That was in the 1918 Spanish flu. And we didn't learn then. Sadly, we won't learn now. Do you think I can make it? I don't know if we're going to be able to. It's going to be very, like, down to the wire that I'm going to be able to get this whole field done. Learning is hard. Yes. Darn. I don't think we're going to make it. Maybe. Maybe? No. Ain't no way. We got to make it all the way up the hill. It's going to be like down to the wire. What I can do, though, is change it so I'm not overspraying so much. And thereby maximize what I got left in the tank. Oh, look at that guy's got an old tractor right there. Nice. Okay, I have that little bit and then that. How close am I to completing? 98%. All right. Oh, it's finished. Yes. Just barely we made it, guys. 32 liters left in the tank. Whoo. All right, let's increase time. Nope, that's not how you increase time, you moron. I want to get at least one of my fields ready to go. Start filling. Should be any time now. I should get they should do the wave over the map. Founding mini documentaries. Yeah. I mean, as long as they're well researched, that's what's the most important part, right? Because so many YouTube documentaries have some, let's just call it issues. All right, we're gonna need this guy. Eventually, we're gonna need this guy. All right, let's check. Growth. Yes, it's all ready to harvest. Nice. All right, let's slow time back down to 1 speed. And it is time to harvest. There we go. Wait for that to finish discharging before I drive across the road and turn around. You could say YouTube has issues, full stop. True. Fad, hello. How's it going? How was Farm Sim, I'm assuming? I'm assuming it was Farm Sim Day. I'm doing it wrong? Probably. Luzerne. Truffle. I'm harvesting truffle. More progress towards cookies. Excellent. I'm getting tired of my trees getting in my way, but whatever. We're going to try a new method, Fad. I listened when you made a snarky comment last weekend. So I made a change. Hodge, hello, how are you? You have a friend that sorts out trees in your way? Okay. You snarky? No. That can't happen. Well, you were snarky anyway, so I made a decisional change. So there. It's not that your snark was wrong or anything. I was just like, all right, we're going to play it that way. We can play it that way. In the hopes of reducing snark? No, just because. You weren't wrong, and that's just it. Like I even thought that exact comment you made myself, and I was like, And then you said it, and I'm like, all right, cool, we're gonna change. But now I've got, oh my god, I got a lot to harvest. I think this has become my smallest field now. No, that's not true. Field 12, I think, is my small... No, field 9 is my smallest field. I don't know. I know. I know you don't remember. That's fine. I like it that way. I can be vague. What change seems like standard Derplandia. Aye. We have had some successful things happen today. Sometimes I'm deliberately vague because I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but all right, good. Now we get some headland cut in this. We should be good to go. I think if I stay on this map, I think the next big thing is to purchase fields 1, 2, 6, and 7 and pull them together and make one big field. Or at least 6 and 7 and 1 and 2, minimally. You can usually tell the difference in my deliberately vagueness? Probably. Well, I just figured I'd start earlier than normal because I was just going to be sitting here doing um, hired jobs anyway. What happened to I don't like big fields? I know. Well, these fields, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, these aren't big fields because doing them with this harvester is not terrible. I'm talking about the horrendously big fields like Brew plays. I just can't deal with those. So we planted all these fields, all my fields, except for obviously my grass field, but I planted all my fields in trefoil because I'd get this grass offcut, which will be used to create silage to make us even more monies. Because we didn't really have the money to go into anything else. I'm on your map. The largest field is mine. What? Do you name your fields? You don't want to go back to Duke's, Colorado? No, I don't want to go back to Duke's, Colorado map. Or the remember that California map I did? Yeah, that's another big nope. It was that map where I ended up with two of the biggest harvesters running on one field, and it took like hours to complete. Oh, you edited the map to make field owners friends and streamers. Nice. Dare salty Tebbers. I'll take it. The Kansas map was, yes, that one was big too. Yeah, I had my fill with those big maps. I get it from a like people who want to play those areas of the world, but I'm just like, nope. If you take it, be sure to bring it back. You only have one. Oh. Fine. One thing I'm definitely going to need to do is probably buy a. One thing I'm definitely is probably. You know, sometimes when I construct a sentence in my brain, it really doesn't pass the English structure test. One thing I'm probably going to need to do is buy a merger. My windrower is fine, but the merger would be better. You don't mind big fields, you just don't like perfect rectangles and squares. Yeah, those ones you know the person built it for the hired help. Because that's about all the hired help can manage. Still. Come on. There we go. Now, where did I park the dump truck? Okay, cool. The merge you can to merge your swipes in one row. Yeah, I just... So the important thing we're going to do is I want to get this kind of all collected into one. So actually I ought to do that. While that is doing that, because it takes forever. Where is the windrowers? I don't actually know the difference between these two. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't know why one's a mod and one isn't. Anyway, $110,000 for a merger. For a merger. Well, obviously it won't be factory new, it'll be used. So 88,000 for the merger. And I got the equipment to run it. Yeah, why not? How much for an acquisition? I have no idea. I have no idea. Dang it. No, stop the engine. Turn on the harvester. So when I get this field done, I'll show you what my plan is to combat the fadism from last week. Rotary rake go bye-bye? Probably. I probably should get rid of it. Make me a little bit of cheddar. Certainly no Colby Jack. It shouldn't take too long, though I have thought on and off about whether I should get a bigger header. It's not that I need a bigger grain tank. I just need the bigger header. But then I consider the fact that in order to transport a bigger header around this map is going to be difficult. I'd have to get a header trailer for it. And I hate header trailers as a rule. Dope. Missed one little piece. I am going to get it. Bigger header would do a lot more work here, but then I'd have to transport the sucker around. But this is the smallest header, so if I went one up in size, 6-meter foldable header, yeah. If I went one up in size, I might be okay. I mean, here I am trying to make enough money to get all the equipment needed for all the crops, and I'm buying more equipment. That is not the equipment we technically need. 2013 header carts did suck. Yeah, I don't think I've used header carts since then. So maybe it's time for me to try, perhaps. Maybe just a bigger harvester altogether. Ones you can actually lock properly are good. I mean, my other option, of course, would be a flatbed, right? Because if I got like a flatbed, well, I do have a flatbed. I do have a flatbed truck. And how big are the square bales? Those things are like 5 feet long? Are they like 3? Well, no. 2 meter? How big are square bales? Because that would give us an idea of how big the flatbed on our truck is. Eight. Okay. Because if our crane truck, 348. Okay. So our crane truck is 16 then. So if our crane truck is 16 feet, you're saying 16, you're saying feet, right, Case, not meters. It's got to be right. I could easily get an 8-meter header on there because that would maybe work. Maybe. Because then I'd have the flatbed. But then I got to load it. It does have a crane, but I don't think the crane will actually work on the header. So I'd have to equip the Manitou with a header unit. That suddenly got a lot more complicated. Because if I could load a flatbed, I mean, I guess that would be the easiest, wouldn't it? Well, let's finish this field. Let's start with that. Let's do one disaster at a time. I'm just trying to ponder it out. What do you guys think? Should I go for a bigger header on this combine? Should I go for a bigger combine? Or should I just shut up and use this combine? What do y'all think? Guys, we do have 245,000 doll hairs. Plus the value of this combine and header. Fad says bigger combine. You're going to go with the Rusher vote and say shut up and use this combine. Yes. We might as well say there's 2 votes for shut up and use this combine because I know Rusher would want that. 6-meter header. coworker just wanted to say shut up. I mean, that's true. We all know that. I mean, that is the good middle ground, right? Just replace the header. Well, that's emptying. Let's look at header costs. So that's the header we've got on it, a 4-meter header. That's a 5-meter header. So that's like 15 feet on it. It's a 5.7. That's a 7.6. So that's 21 feet. So we could definitely go up one level. We'd add a meter of width. We probably could go up 1.7 meters. We could probably go up to this one here. Oh, that's only for sunflowers. So that would be a stupid purchase. So I can go up to a 5-meter header. Easy enough. And I feel I could get a 5-meter header. I feel I can get the 5-meter header down the roads around here. Teleporting horses. I just saw horses teleport. You think the 7.6? Oh, you're saying that the deer header is 7.6. Get the 3-meter header or the 5-meter header. Learn how to read. Yeah, I think if we go with the 5-meter, that's like right in the middle, right? Kind of gives that middle ground feeling. It's not a new combine, but it gets us some solution to our current conundrum, which is our fields are getting bigger and bigger. Because, yeah, this is like, I think this is my second biggest field. Or, I'm sorry, my second smallest field. My smallest field is that one right over there. So, because field 12, after I expanded it, is now much bigger. And field 15 is massive. For this map, anyway, it's massive. For some of the other maps we talked about earlier, it is tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay, turn off. I want to see the yield that we got out of this field. Go park this guy over here for the next field. All right, let's go check out what our yield was. That's not bad. 11,847 on truffle. All right, let's find out where we can sell truffle for good monies. Aigre cereal. Son of a goat. All right, you know what? I'm not that bothered. I don't know why I just turned that direction, but I did. We're going to park over here. I'm not taking that to Agra Cereal right now. I need somewhere. There it is. I need my merger. Let's go get the merger we just bought. Because we gotta merge some stuff together so we can accomplish the fad flip. I mean, this tractor is... How wide do you think this tractor is? Because this tractor is fine on most roads. It's got to be like 6 meters. I won't flip. Can't be 6 meters. That's stupid, Dare. About half as wide as a Toyota Aygo. What? What is a Toyota Aygo even? I don't think we have those here. It's one of y'all's small little micro cars or something. When old ladies are trying to park it in Tesco. Oh my goodness. So you is what you're saying, Serenar. Oi, oi, put that sign down. Work mode left, which means it will spit to the left, right? But how do I change to work mode? I guess I don't. Go ahead, punch the microphone, Dare. Punch the microphone. Good idea. Got to unfold it first. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do that now because that'll just cause a problem. All right. All right. Left is the wrong direction. I need it to go right. There we go. Oh, Lord. Why are you hitting me with the sarcasm sign? What's going on? Why am I being assaulted? Lower. Why am I being assaulted with a sarcasm sign? And Hodge is over there laughing. Y'all bunch of crazy folk. Oops, that didn't exactly go how I wanted. Hey, Baru. Welcome in, Brew. We were talking about you earlier. I just want to say that. Hey, what do you mean a hopeless cause? This merger drives you mad. That makes an assumption about your current condition, Serenar. Ah, well, I think we were talking about you before Fad rated. Nothing. Someone made a comment about doing a sugar beet harvest, and the comment was, "I'm not brew." I'm a causeless hope. What? What is going on? Why am I a causeless hope? What have I done to deserve it? Probably plenty, but whatever. Turn off the merger. Then we're going to go do a deep cut here to try to get all this mergered stuff over. Basically what I want is, as much as possible, just maybe 2 or 3 lines to deal with. And you'll understand why when we get there. And Dare Kitty, you'll understand why I don't have a forage wagon. Already know? Probably. I do like the merger. It makes it much easier than the hay rake spinny thing of doom. Make sure we get this all into one big nice line. There we go. Hey, didn't get all of it. Whatever. All right. We're almost there, I think. Oh, no. We're nowhere near almost there. Crazy baling job? No. Nope. See, that's exactly what Fad made his comment about. So now I have to do something different. Shovel and wheelbarrow. Relatively close. Go slow here so that it all goes over. There we go. All right, I think that's close. There's a few areas we'll get later. All right, so shut her down. Get out of this guy. All right. Got our beautiful LeBear. I didn't say it was a perfect plan. And go. Our fiat. All right, game, whatever. Come on. There we go. So Fad made a comment last week that I was no better than Wolfman because I was using the same wrapper. I don't want to use a harvest or a forage wagon because they're boring. So, why not use this? It only cost me like $50,000 for the Fiat. Plus, there's way more fun heckling using this. Aye. So once I get this kind of collected like that, then I can just sort of run down the line. The only downside is that I can't have the truck keep up with me. But I think this is a great use. Then we'll take this all over to the silage pit. And yeah, take it over to the silage pit and everything will be great. What do y'all think? See, this is like my super intelligence showing through right here. Better if that wasn't on my screen. You believe what you said? It'd be no difference to watching a wolf stream. It didn't say you. Yeah, well, you know. I took it as a challenge, Fad. I took it as a challenge to find a way to do silage that was different than wolf. Right. And then there's that. Okay. Not a real challenge, though. Well, I kind of proved that part wrong. All right, I got to move this thing anyway because now it's going to be buried in a pile of grass. Yeah, I missed the truck. It's fine. It's all good. The only thing I am noticing, though, I think this is true of any time you do this kind of thing. What? Get out. What? What? Wait a minute. What are you doing? Why won't you let me empty it? There. Randomly, that's the right spot. Oh, nope. Not all of it. What? Huh. So one thing I've noticed is I'm losing grass during this process. And that's a lot of grass I've lost. That's interesting. This truck driver's smoke. I hope he's not smoking this grass. Huh. Why? Oh, I think I see why I can't. But then why am I losing so much grass? That doesn't make any sense. One, two, three. Drop that one. 4. So I should have 12,000 liters in this truck, and I only have 10. I've lost 2,000 liters. That's insane. What other... That's the wrong button. What other toys can I buy to make this better that are not called a loading wagon? Because I don't want a loading wagon because those are dumb. Could I use a conveyor belt? I could use a conveyor belt. I could make a giant... No, that's a stupid idea. There really isn't a better thing than a loading wagon, is there? Or baling it. Wait a minute. Can you... Do I have bale over here? Why am I doing this? I can just jump to the truck. Do I have a bale over here? I do. Good. Can I? I can! Oh, but I can't. Ooh. Ew. Look at... Okay, guys, look. The controls say I only have 2 options. But this shows I have another option, which is cutting the bale. I know it's hay. That's not the point, Joker. I know I can cut open a silage bale. I know... So I can cut open a hay bale. Bales are all treated the same by the game, I think. So I could just bale pure grass and then cut it in the silage pit. That's what we could do. That's what we could do, I think. So let's put this thing away. Don't pick up any more. Not going to do us any good. Unless I'm completely wrong, but yeah, that's all I've got is a square baler. I don't have the round baler anymore. Don't do that. Why will I regret it? Why will I regret it? To bale it and then... The idea is I'll bale it up, load it onto the truck, take it over, cut it in the silage pit, compress it, top it, roll with it. Why would that be a bad thing, Kurt? You got until I get there and back, basically. Maybe that'll work. See, I am a genius. I am a genius. Certified genius. I'm a genius. Certified genius. What do you mean it doesn't count as self-certified by chance? Always. What do you mean it doesn't count as chaff? It turns into silage bales, so it should be fine. Where's my tip? Tip side back, tip side left, tip side now, tip side back. Okay, open window. That doesn't do me any good. Stop engine. Cruise control. Detach. Why won't you let me tip? I don't have force tip. Yeah, grass should count as chaff because you can bale it and turn it into silage. Select tool, select camera, detach. Honk, stop engine, side tip. Okay, you know what? Nope. Okay. This is getting really, really annoying. Okay. Okay. All right. So magically now, I can't turn grass into silage. Do I own the BGA? One would presume I do. Yeah, I own it because otherwise I can sell it. So I own the BGA. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see what else we got, because I always have other things hidden around, and none of that is what I want. I'm not running Maze Plus. No. Where is... Nope. Those are sheds. Those are storage containers. Miscellaneous. No. Where is... I swear I had one. Maybe I don't. There's some. Okay, that right there says grass, right? I'm not stupid. That says grass. And that's silage. So, if those accept grass, mine doesn't accept grass. Or the one at the BGA doesn't accept grass. That seems really whack. right? Like, I think I know what we're going to do. I haven't broken anything. The game is broken. I know what we're going to do. See, I have all this extra land here, and I saved it for a reason. Should accept it. You just have to dump it. I can't. There's no dump command. I don't even have a force dump. So I think, and that's not necessarily unusual. Okay, this map has some problems. Oh no, I was about to do something, and now I think about it, and I don't want to do that. Okay, what I was thinking of doing, get into here. What I was thinking about doing was down here, I was going to drop a silo, which would accept the grass. And then I'd ferment it and then transport that over here and put it in the digester. But here's the problem with that. The digester, the heck am I? The digester is all the way up there. I can't dump here because it doesn't count. I've tried. The digester is all the way up there. So I can't back a truck in here and dump it. I need a front loader. At which point, there is no point in me having a thingamabob. Oh, woo, wait a minute, brainwave. Hold on. Silo. A medium silo. Oh, you won't let me put him on there. Oh, that would have been so perfect. Oh, wait. Oh, I could put a silo right here. If I do it, that's $30,000. If it doesn't work, we're going to be out $30,000. Ah, screw it. Oh, crackers. Oh, son of a... No. I can do this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to work. It's going to work. Wait. There. See, I have the unload option here. What? Oh, you want me to drive forward while unloading. All right, fine. There. Now that works, right? Yeah. Or learn the landscape. I'm not learning the landscaping tool. I hate the landscaping tool. Okay. This works. Ish. So now, here's the brainwave part. Let's get this truck out of the way for a minute. Oh, I know. I need this truck. So this is where the brainwave comes in, right? Let's zoom down here. We tried our dumper. The dumper doesn't really work. It's not a great solution to the problem. The great solution to the problem is going to be bales, guys. Bales is a great solution to the problem, but what was I going to say? I don't even remember. No. We can do it. This is going to work. So what we're going to do is now we're going to try loading bales onto here. Going back to what NMasters90 said, this particular map has several glitchy things going on with it. The water isn't really water. There's no water buy point because the water isn't really water anywhere in it. There is no hay sell point. That digester is an absolute disaster area. Oops, wrong direction. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all about there being an issue with that. Oh my good Lord. Do you know how to drive? No, apparently not. Have you ever backed up a truck and trailer before? The scary thing is, yes, I have. All right, vehicle options. Nope, not that. I'm going to customize it. And we're going to go to a bale loading wagon. Customize. Yes. Oh, she's a beaut. Oh, she's a beauty. Ah! Get back on there. All right, now I just need... Nope, you're too small. Okay. So here's the brainwave guys. We're going to try to cut a bunch of bales. Your idea was to cut them in the trailer. Yeah, but there's an invisible ceiling on that trailer, I noticed. So I don't think that would have worked. But we're going to try this because I think this is going to work. This is going to be the solution to all of our problems. Not that we've had any problems. Everything has been perfectly acceptable. We're getting mileage out of your idle comment. All right. We're going to get this taken care of. If push comes to shove, we'll just put on a wolf hat and wrap all this stuff. The game's like, hold on a minute, I gotta catch up. Okay, I think this trailer is an auto-loading bale trailer. If it's not, we're gonna have to take care of that. But wow, you didn't plug the bale pickup? No, it slowed the whole tractor down to allow the game to compensate. There's literally bales everywhere. It's a bale extravaganza. I think this is the solution to our problem. That's a tree. That's still a tree. Try again. Step out now. Now get off the tree already, tractor. Thank you. Good Lord, look at all these bales. Get off the bale. Get off the bale. What do you mean I'm making more? I'm not making more problems. Y'all need to get some faith. Faith up in here. Gotta have faith. Whatever that person who sung that song said. Oh my gosh, why are you so wide, tractor? Stop it. Was it George Michael? I honestly don't know. Who keeps putting these bales in the way? Take the duals off. No! I'm just going to have to put them right back on. I mean, it's a game, so technically I don't need them at all, but whatever. You haven't seen Faith in years. You think she moved. Oh, well. I hear that happens. Get off the bale. Yay! We made it. I was sure we were going to get stuck in that. Stop mounting the bale. All right, let's turn the baler off. Shut down the tractor. Okay, hopefully this thing has an auto bale picker-upper. Tip side, fasten belts, open, detach, unload here. Okay, I don't think it does. Crackers. Really? I don't have an auto bale picker-upper thingamabob of stuffness. Fine. All right, where is the telehandler? Where is my... I got to get my elite telehandler skills on. All right, now the question is, how many bales high do you think I should go with this? I'm thinking like 4. But I think I can only pick up 2 at a time, realistically. Let's get her on there. Some silly American decided they need more wheels on their tractor? What? First person, first person. Yeah, you're probably right. What? Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. It's actually exactly wide enough for these bales. Beautiful. Nope, not what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we can totally get 3 bales on this. All right, I think we're going to test this method with 4 no, well, I'm thinking we're going to test this method. I think I'm going to have to get an auto bale picker-upper because this is going to be just painful. I have to get a bale trailer that auto picks that will work on this Fiat. Well, I mean, any trailer will work on the Fiat because it's just a standard hitch, but... Use the truck with the crane? Yeah, well, see, the problem with the truck with the crane is loading it is not really fun with the crane part. The unloading is easy. The loading is terrible. Look at that. Realistic 3? But knowing me, I'll get it all. You know, I can do this. I mean, no, I can't. There's no way I can get all these in one load. I'm not even done. I still have more to bale. But the stakes are like perfect, right? Because they're placed exactly a bale apart. So I can use the stakes to line everything up. Ugh. I put an entire field on. I mean, yeah, I know. I did. Look at that. Look at that. It looks like a professional stacking job right there. But it was a smaller, it was a less populous field, Case, you have to admit. There's a lot of bales on this field. I need whatever truck, trailer thing that Wolf is using, because this is... Oh, I should have fixed my forks before I did that, but whatever. No. Come on, get off, thank you. It was a bigger field, but it was straw after a harvest. It wasn't quite as much in terms of numbers. Look at that. That's actually looking really good. It's almost like I know what the heck I'm doing. All right, let's try some outside a little bit. Army Mike, hello, thank you. All right, let's go over here and get this bale over here. Deadshot Eli, hello. Welcome in. As we try to work around a defect in the map that we're using. By, of course, doing something that's insane, but that's required on this. Commander Buck, thank you for triggering the monkeys. Don't slide. Why are you sliding, Bale? Stop it. Actually, can I reach all the way? Deadshot, thank you for triggering the monkeys as well. We're going to put this all the way over here, like so. Beautimus. Beauty Mouse. Actually, you know what? I joked about it, Case, but could I get all the bales on this? Oh my goodness. We're perfectly normal here, no exploding. We've never had bales explode, Serenar. They've gone to space many, many times. They have more space time than most astronauts, but first time someone said commander, right? Really? Huh. Well, shows what happens when you come into somebody who's spent 4 years in ROTC and had a naval science instructor who was a commander from the Coast Guard. So. All right, so now let's get this in here. Drop it, back off. Beauty Mouse. Okay, guys, here we go. Here we go. We're going to put more on this truck. We've got what is that, 12? Yeah, we got 12. I think we can double that. What do you guys think? Do you think we can get 24 on that truck? Because if we can get 24 on that truck, this will make this much easier. Thank you for the saxophone. I could try. I always do. I mean, anybody who's been around knows if it's something that we can try to do, I will try to do it. Quit wiggling, little Manitou of Doom. You think I could get 36 on it? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think I have 36 bales. I mean, I could have 36 bales if I finished baling the field. All right, get that out of the way. There we go. I mean, that's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Nothing will go wrong with this at all. Case, do you have the clip of me with all those bales on that truck? Or is that on my YouTube channel somewhere? It's probably on the YouTube channel now that I think about it. Which, in case you guys didn't notice, I figured I finally fixed the broken link between Twitch and YouTube so I could export VODs again. It's on my stream highlights. That makes sense. That does not look ridiculous at all, that stack of bales. It looks perfectly normal in my opinion. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. I don't think I'm going to be able to go to 36. The reason being, I don't think I have enough reach on the Manitou. Because I've already got it extended. Well, I guess I probably... You know what? Let's find out. Yep, that's at max. I can't get any higher. Nope. I'm not going to be able to put 36 on here. Oh, well. Oh, well. But we will get 24 on here. For that, we will definitely get that done. First, I want to push this bale more onto the trailer. There we go. All right, let's get this on here. Oh. How far will I get without flipping the truck? That's not my biggest worry, actually, Serenar. I have a completely different worry. Wait a minute, I'm going to look at something here. Oh no, that's actually it's fine. It's fine. Nothing wrong. All right, we'll get some more. I'll tell you my biggest fear here in a moment after I get it loaded and we start driving. Some of you might actually be able to think of what it is, but you're going to have watched some events happen. That's fine. Equals there's going to be a disaster. It's not going to be I mean, it probably will be, but whatever. You know what? I want you to be more completely flush on here. We're going to use the fence to flushing out. Whatever. There. Now they're flush. His biggest fear. No, I could care less about Fad. Yay! Okay. Four more bales, and then we'll see. Fear number one, when I go to attach the ratchet straps, they won't register the entire 4 stack. That's fear number one. Fear number two is a little bit different. Tahir can now work on the farm. He's doing well, taking care of everything. I wouldn't necessarily make that assumption, but I mean, if you want to say that, that's fine. All right. Okay, 2 more, and then we got a full load. So our first hurdle of many hurdles is going to be, will the ratchet straps work? The second is a much more fundamental problem, I believe. I think I have another fundamental problem. I don't think y'all have even thought about my other fundamental problem. Trailer's like 16 feet tall. Yeah, well, one, I need an oversized permit, but I mean, whatever. It's France. They don't care. I'll just bribe them with croissants or something. But that's a different issue. No, there's... Oh, truck horsepower. That's... no, I'm going to completely trust that truck. Yep, Fad, that's it. Remember, there's all those trees leading up to the biogas facility. All right, there. Number one, we got them all loaded. Okay. Fasten tension belts. Yes, it does fasten them all. All right, here we go. You know, a smart person would not have done that in the dirt. I can't actually reach, the telehandler doesn't reach high enough, 6Z. So, all right, that's fine. That's fine. We're good. This truck isn't so much pain. There. Nope. 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 Tree. Save me. All right. We're good. It all worked out. Let's get in the cab. It's a little bit easier. Let's just not watch that. Let's just not watch what's back there. Oop. Boop. Boop. Professional right there. Professional. All right, we got to go back to the outside view. See, it's actually a little bit better. Ah, look at that one bale hanging off the side. Using trees to help you, that's cheating. It's not cheating, it's making the best use of your surroundings. God, nope. 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 Saved it. Saved it. Totally saved it. Okay, there. We're good. We're good. It's all okay. We're going to make it. Truck's got the power. You lucky so-and-so. Oh! Okay. Yeah, that's going to do nothing. All right, we're going to rescue it. We've got the power. I was going slow. It was 30-something kilometers an hour. It's all right. The Manitou has rescued a few trucks before. We can do it again. I tried to run away as quick as possible so Serenar couldn't clip it. Swerving like a drunk. It was classic ability. Thank you for triggering the monkeys, Buck. Welcome in. We're rescuing a truck. Oh, darn it, Serenar. All right, we can totally do this. We've done it before with logs, and logs are heavier than this truck. So, we can do this. All right, we are now under the truck. Uh-oh. No. What do we need to do? Wait. Get that inside so we can reduce the moment on the arm. There we go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You can do it. Nope. Okay. It's stuck in the bale. I know. I saw that. I got to figure out how to grab it so that I don't get stuck in the bale. Oh, we're in the bale again. Darn it. Oh, I know how. We can do it a different way. No, I am not unstrapping it. That is absolutely not happening. Before I have to call... Ooh, I know what I'm going to do. This is going to work. There we go. Right in there. No. Ugh. You don't have a dozer? No, I don't have a dozer. There. Come on, come on. Oh yeah, use the hydraulic. No, that's not gonna work either. Okay, all right. Oh god. Now what? Oh geez, there. Okay, we're free. Okay. I got another one. I do have a track loader. You are correct. I could use the track loader, but it's gonna take forever to get over here. So. Yeah, I think so. But we're gonna try something. Oops. Different. I'm gonna slam my forks through the top of the cab. Let's do the cab first. Well, that didn't exactly do. Oh, wait. This might actually do. Stab the cab person. I don't have pallet forks. I'd have to go buy them. But now we're in a better position, guys. Oh, come on. Oh, I caught her. Yes! 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 Got it. I am the master of Manitou driving. I am the master. I had one other trick up my sleeve. If that wasn't going to work, I had another trick. Those of you that have been around long enough would know where the trick resides. But if things got real bad, I had some help that I could have used. All right, let's go get our truck. Another 2 meters down the road before it goes again. No, it'll be fine. If nothing else, we're gonna have to get out our chainsaw. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, little Fiat. Oh, I think I cut enough trees to get in here without a problem. Yes. Yes. Whoa. Hold on. Ooh, wait a minute. New brainwave. Hold on. Please hold. This might not actually work the way I want it to. Nope, wrong button. That's still the wrong button. Oh, crap. Now I'm stuck. What have I done? There. Okay. There. Okay. Here we go. Aw, come on. Yes! 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 Perfect! Okay, that wasn't all of them, but it was enough. I just need to get out of here. It's not a Tatra, it's a Fiat. I mean, it's pretty much the same crappy thing, but whatever. All right, let's get this out of here. Come on, get out. More power! I need more power! Jeremy Clarkson was right. Power is always the answer. Oh, uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Got it. Yes. Made it. Okay. Those ones, that's fine. I gotta move some of them with the telehandler anyway. All right, we're good. We're good. It's all good in the hood. We're good. Now, the goal is, now that I brought this all down here, that our whole plan, the whole reason we brought this all down here, hopefully will work. What am I doing? I don't even know. Stop that. All right, let's go ahead and see if this works. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yes. Woohoo! It's working. Those ones I'm going to push in. Yes! Yes! Look at this. Our brainwave worked, guys. Look at this. See? Fad made his little snarky comment about me being no different than Wolf. And now? Oh, because you won't use a forage harvester? I mean, yeah. Why would I want to use a forage harvester? Wait. Ow. Stop. Now we have to be careful, guys. Be very, very quiet. Only involved one truck on its side. Exactly, not two. Stubborn much. Sometimes. Be very, very quiet. We don't want to scale it off of our harvester. Ah! Run faster! Ow. Urch. All right, now I got to get that off of my tractor. How? What? Get off. Off, I say. Off. Oh, wait. What'll happen if I do this? Hold on. Cut that bit. Cut. That's completely not what I need. Cut. I win. I win. As stubborn as I am, I should have dual citizenship in Germany. How dare you? How dare you? My Luxembourgish citizenship does just fine. Whoa! I did a handbrake turn in the Manitou. Awesome. All right. Get in there. Get on in there. Get on in there. You'd have just wrapped the bales or got a cheap chopper. Come on, man. This is more fun. All right, we got 106,000 liters of chaff in here. All right, now we just raise these up and then we drive through here a few times. Woo! Driving on the chaff. Driving on the chaff. Driving on the chaff. Stuck slightly on the chaff. Reversing. Going forward. Problems as usual. Let's see. There we go. Or not. I thought this thing was four-wheel drive. There. Fixed it. It only wants to be four-wheel drive when it feels like, oh my goodness. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. There. Made it. Oh gosh, now I'm stuck on something else. There. It's four-wheel derp. It is. We're doing fine. We're at 15% compaction, people. If I wiggle the front boom around a little bit. Slightly unconventional loading technique. Oh, it's fine. Wait a minute. Maybe. There we go. There. Okay, so this thing doesn't have locking diffs is what it comes down to. I just have to be... I have to drive it like you drive a modern SUV, which doesn't have locking diffs because they're crap. There we go. See? That wasn't... Don't look at that. That's... There. 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 Look at this. This is working. There, with some speed. I do not get over the hill. Oh, for God's sakes. Come on. Go. Whoa, that's a steep hill back there. Don't know how that happened. Hold on. Stuck. Unstuck. Still slightly stuck. Unsticking very well. There we go. Made it. I want to get it at least 25% compacted because, well, because. Or would weight make your compacting great? I mean, weight would be nice. Hey, we made it to 26%. Okay, we're going to keep going. So I'm thinking I might end up having to get a foraging wagon. What do you guys think? You think it's a requirement at this point? What do you think? There. All right, that's 33% done. Huh. We might need to go with the whole harvester thing. Or I could just wolf it. I will not wolf it. I will not wolf it. All right, I think though we're going to stop there. Because we're going to stop there because I got to make a decision, and the decision might be we're going to go with, you know, something like a forage wagon. I don't know, a forage truck. I need something that's not boring, guys. My problem is loading wagons are boring. They're all boring. I want something fun or interesting. These are all boring. I don't know what I'm talking about, really. I don't want to do it normally. Normal is for boring people. And I'm not boring. I'm unique. I'm going with that. Hush, fad. Just hush. You too, Serenar. Thank you all very much. Almost 4 hour stream today. DOS will be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, playing. I have no idea what she's playing. I will be back 4 p.m. Mountain Time on Tuesday and Wednesday. Don't know what I'm playing. Your successiveness at not being bored. Yeah, well, or succeeding. Yeah, whatever. Again, there's no stream Thursday through Monday starting Thursday of next week through the following Monday. But yeah, hang out in the Discord. We can, and yeah, all those good things. Let's find out who we're raiding. Let's raid Brew. He's playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. I have not seen this before, and Brew usually derps. So I think it's worthy. We're going to raid Brew. Make sure you give the Scottish lunatic all of your support. Throw pun dogs at him if you got them. Otherwise, just, you know, give him heck. Because he deserves it. Das will see you tomorrow. I will see you Tuesday. Until then, take care, everybody.